Welcome back, everybody, to another thing of I Wani Hug That Gator. Another thing. Wow. Wait, hold on. I gotta fix the fact that for some reason doesn't want to capture the game. There we go. Another thing of I Wani Hug That Gator. Episode whatever. In the last bit, what did we do? We survived a xenomorph attack. Wow, we barely survived, and now we're with our trusty teacher Attic, and I'm sure no spooky music is gonna play. Oh wait, also my audio's a little bit quiet now, isn't it? There we go. Anyways. Oh, so I got a silent mouse. What? Oh, spooky music. Oh. Olivia looked ready to collapse. My microphone is connected to the yes it is. She had taken the better part of an hour explaining Mia's extortion in full detail to Mr. Yadikin. I just realized we weren't getting any audio. Sorry about that, fellas. I grab Olivia's canteen and hand it to her. She greedily chugs the entire thing, gasping after and rubbing her sore throat. It starts to get a read on what her teacher was thinking. His brow was furrowed and his fingers steepled, and he was muttering to himself. Finally, with a deep sigh, he stands from his desk and looks at the exhausted girl. I had a feeling something like this was going on, but to this extent. Should have come forward sooner, Olivia. I know, but we're here now, aren't we? Fair point. Still, I'm concerned that he thought nobody would notice. I didn't think anyone would care to look. Those assignments, we go through dozens of eyes, you know. What do you mean? Your style, Olivia. I saw it from a mile away, and, well, I was just waiting for you to talk to me. You knew? Why didn't you say anything? I wanted it to come from you. Looking back on that was kind of a shitty idea. But, don't worry, I ain't gonna lecture you. After Jesus knows you've had it hard enough already. You two did well for yourselves, though. I'm awful proud of that. All we did was run away from Mia. Mr. Yadikin sighs, but not long after, he gently smiles at us. What matters is, you two found strength in each other and reached out for help. With what we have on Mia now, we can justify watching her like a hawk from here on. Anybody else she was harassing ought to thank you. Are you sure she's actually going to get in trouble for this? I got more alcohol. At this point, we'd look bad if we didn't punish Mia for this kind of behavior. Well, that's a relief. Come on, you two can hunker down here until school clears out. You sure? You were gonna say after, like always anyways, right? Yeah? Ah, what? A loud noise makes me stumble on the floor. Mr. Yadikin. Whoops! Yadikin looks at the device in his hand. Is that a taser? There's a piece of tape with something written on it wrapped around the shaft. Estrus protocol. Oh wait, no, Estrus protocol? Anyway, that means horny. That means horny. That means horny lizards. That means horny lizard. This dude was prepared. Why do you have a... What is heat? This is gonna be the most fucking cringe furry ass shit I've ever said in my life, so be prepared. Is fucking heat a thing in this world? To the point where you need a goddamn taser to fend off the horny? Is that what I'm getting from that? Anyways, I gotta run. Get some things done. You're gonna want my account on paper pretty soon. May as well knock it out on the way. With no care at all for the horny taser, Mr. Yadikin chucks the horny taser onto his desk before turning to his doorway. Don't burn the place down, alright? Alone, I go sit near the back of the classroom. Looking out the window, I finally let out a huge sigh I'd been holding it. Olivia rolls over to join me, and surprisingly, she smiles. You were right, Inko. Huh? I could trust him. We stood in silence, just looking out the window. When school's let out, we watch the crowd of students going home. I don't see me in the crowd, but that doesn't matter. I think, despite it all, Olivia's life is going to be just a bit easier after today. You know, looking back, this may have been the better place to maybe end the episode, but whatever. I just like doing it on the black screen as best as I can, but there wasn't one last time, and I thought it was getting a little bit too long. While students trickle out of the school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. I figured it'd be best to let her rest as I saw her drooping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute. Also, should I be doing this voice, or do you guys prefer the little raccoon eggs kind of voice? I don't even know if there's a difference. Just napping idly in her wheelchair. Except for the weird bellowing. It's like a snore, except I can feel it vibrating through the floor. With the clouds hiding the sun and the classroom's lights turned off, I could do with some shut-eye too. But I can't bring myself to close my eyes. Instead, I look out the window. The layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Light raindrops prick against the glass. Fuck, I really should have brought my umbrella. As a few minutes go by, they roll in closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd probably think this was pretty neat. I look back to her. Maybe I could nap too. Just a little. What was... Oh. My eyes are drawn upwards to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy shit. The trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't really help with this. Huh? What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. Hey, oh, fuck's sakes. The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Mr. Yadikin is back, panting hard and clothes drenched. He takes a moment of surprise to compose himself as best he can.
Sorry about that. The faculty is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently there's a tropical storm scare right now.
Like a typhoon? Does that even happen here? Yadikin gestures to his drenched outfit, and out of the window, as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. Are we going to be okay?
Of course, of course. It's a step below a typhoon. Even then, schools are typically built to be designated shelters for the worst of disasters. We could be doing a Fallout 4, Inko. We could be doing a Fallout 76, Inko. Collecting bottle caps, Inko. Special, Inko. There's all kind of procedures for different severity levels. Like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some real moldy cots.
Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced.
Our budget has been in the red for years, Ms. Halford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now. What with that whole audit business. At any rate, it is after hours, and the storm should break before nightfall. No need to pull out all the stops. We can just wait it out here.
Isn't the outside hall exposed? Wouldn't a different room be better?
I've already pulled down all the storm shutters out there, so it'll be fine.
I've never noticed them. They must be hidden in the ceiling. What do we do now? Yadkin shakes his phone at us.
Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours.
Olivia reaches into her bag and pulls out her drawing book and a well-used pencil.
Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? I'm sure you have some work from other classes still pending. I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now.
But today's been rough. Can't I do this or finish my nap instead?
That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes?
Maybe. Ah, fine. I'll catch up on some of that work. Adkin gives a single nod and smiles. Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky mathematics books, which she sets on the table and, with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself close to her in case she wants some help with the work. Sure, buddy. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut. This sucks. This voice is hard to do. This voice really is hard to do. I have to, like, go really deep. Okay, I have to do some, like, I have to basically break my voice. Can I please do something else? Anakin, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia, all the while rubbing his chin.
Well, there is one thing you could help out with. I need both of your help with it. Could even consider it as a new extra assignment. What do you say?
I don't know. Today's been pretty rough on Olivia. Absolutely. I'll do it. Alright, guess I'm in.
Wonderful. It's back here.
Starts walking to the back of the room and waves for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room? Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until like the last few weeks of the semester. Is this class going to be getting a head start on this section? What? Maybe we'll be making prints, or learning about C41, and I don't know what any of these words mean. Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Can you, like, quit it with the cinematic gate? You're going too slow. Whoops. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. The Anakin holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson light. The Anakin suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt. No, it doesn't. You could have done something cool. Shame on you, game developers. I've only actually been in a dark room once before. This is so fucking cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing? Our social skills? A coming-of-age story? Maybe our feelings?
Well, this is an important job for just you, Inko.
Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing?
Your lower back.
There's a click of the switch, then the red lights switch to normal lights to properly illuminate the room.
There's boxes over there, and I need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course. Legally, I cannot make you do any of this.
Do I at least get extra credit?
You get one of the bags of chips, I keep hidden in my desk.
Fine. I'd never say no to free food. Some guy at work was given, like, a piece, like a cake. Like, not like a full cake, but like, you got a couple of slices of like a whole cake. And then he gave it to me and I took it. And I had the plate of frosting and I was like, I felt wrong throwing it away. But also part of me really fucking wanted to just like take the fork and just scoop up the frosting and eat it. But I'm better than that. I'm not. I ate like 5 things of musubi. Have you guys ever made musubi? It's fucking great. It's spam. You put whatever you want on it, like mango, avocado, maybe another kind of fish, but it's primarily spam, cream cheese, sushi, rice, and seaweed wrapped up, and it's so fucking good. I goddamn love it. They're really easy to make. You just like sear spam with some teriyaki sauce, get the rice, and you gotta like mold it into the square, wrap it in like wrap it and then freeze it, or not freeze it, but put it in the fridge, and it's good. I don't know why I'm going on that rant. I love food. Fine.
Us! Come on, Olivia. We should clear the way for him. There actually is something in the box we'll need in a bit.
The two move back to the entrance, and I'm faced with the myriad of boxes I'll have to carry. Looks like this is not at all the back room of a school building. This is the back room of a Home Depot. This is literally the back room of the Home Depot. I know this because I worked at Lowe's, and a Lowe's things are red, but this is just the back room of a Lowe's. Look at the industrial fucking vents. That's a garage door. And this is the manager's office. That's what this is over here. This is like a management office. Who broke into a Home Depot and took this picture? Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized. Like, you can fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they... Ah! Thud.
Lift with your knees, Inko!
This is gonna fucking suck. I look at Olivia and she already has her phone out and pointed my way. I worked at Lowe's, so I'm a pretty tough, strong guy. I hate to brag, but I was in lumber and building materials, baby. I can lift wood. I can drive the forklift. That's gonna be on my Tinder. I'm forklift certified, baby. Yeah. So anyways, I'm just saying, I can one up Inko. I shift my legs and try again.
Jesus.
I'm gonna kill my voice soon. I actually managed to get this thing off the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. 70 pounds of gator ass, baby. What are the fuck are these loaded with? Bricks?
Something like that. Be careful though. They're fragile.
Finally, I get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse into a heap. My muscles are on fire. Although, to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of the year. Guess I am getting stronger. Yadkin walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox.
Oh good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. That looked tough.
I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Yadkin. I'm surprised you didn't use the carts. What cart? The fucking dolly?
Before you get started with me, Inko, you didn't ask. You weren't forklift certified, Inko.
For the love of... I fucking hate you.
Ah, that's the spirit, Inko. Jesus. Oh, man. I'm foreshadowing something, Inko. I'm foreshadowing, Inko. I'm gonna Walter White, Inko. This is my Walter White. This is my... I should have done an Arthur Morgan voice, Inko. Tuberculosis, Inko. Or just really straining your voice.
Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snort fest.
Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying.
Oh? He grabs a box cutter from the shelf and slices the top of one open. Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh. Oh, sweet! So that means...
that you'll be making your own prints for midterms.
That sounds fucking awesome. Ah, man, I can't wait to...
But before any of that, these need to be assembled. The rest of the
parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Livy's gotten curious as she's rolled up to the station and is handling one of the funnier looking pieces.
Anywho, here you two go.
Whoa, wait, two?
Yes, two. Don't think I didn't notice you were watching Inko so much.
The stammered denial from Olivia... The stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from her teacher's face. But what about you, Mr. Yadkin?
I'll be right back.
Makes his way to the door again.
Get started without me. I gotta go fetch some things.
Is he getting the horny taser? Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open on her lap. A portable table. God. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so... Dunk. Step 1. Hand me the next piece. Oh, did I scare you?
Yeah, yes, you fucking scared me.
These things are heavy. What if you drop that on something? I didn't, though. But you could have. And I didn't. Livy's tail reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on. Gotta do things right, or the enlarger might not work properly. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun. It's just an oversized lamp. That is a gross oversimplification. You're a gross oversimplification. Oh. I didn't do that on purpose. Oh, fuck. Fuck it, I already said it. I'm not gonna repeat it. Yadikin's gonna make you use the one you break. I'm not even in the photography class. Well, I am. I'd like the class to go well. The reason I took it was for this kind of thing. Oh. Sorry. It's nothing. Olivia politely rests her hand in her lap. Her eyes linger on the box of parts. How does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none that's coming to me right now. Well, it's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right place at the right time to, evoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm ill-prepared for Olivia's comeback. I'm gonna move the microphone a wee bit closer to me. I have one of those arm thingies. I got it at Goodwill, actually. That was cool. I've been slowly becoming a better YouTuber, streamer, thingamajiggy. Yeah, but, you know, it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. I lift the mic up a little bit. With photography, you have to build, like, the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? Alright, look. So, not to hate on artists, because everyone's art, it has value to yourself, and that's all that matters. I greatly did not like art school when I was in high school, or art class, because for whatever reason in school, the curriculum that they mainly focus on comes down to literally just realism. And I do not like realism. I can understand the realism is a pretty, what's the word? I don't like realism. I don't like picture perfect quality. But back when cameras didn't exist, yeah, that was amazing. You know, a painter who can paint a pretty goddamn realistic, like, portrait of someone. That's obviously what it's for, you know, to capture what someone looked like. But, actually, random side tangent. Fun fact, the reason a lot of people actually look the same in paintings is because people would, like, commission paintings of someone, and they wouldn't know what the fucking guy looked like, so they just painted a guy. So it's, like, really likely that George Washington did not look like that whatsoever. A lot of, like, pictures of George Washington are composed from a painting that may have not even been George Washington, or similar people like that. So a lot of the, like, historical figures that you know about because of paintings may literally be someone completely different. It could be an entirely unrelated individual because a lot of guys were just working from, like, one painting mass-produced or something. Or, like, yeah, you know what I mean. Like a Xerox of a Xerox, and nobody actually saw him, but they painted him. Anyways, side tangent aside. Art is awesome. I like drawing myself, but I really prefer cartoonists and, you know, like, well, yeah, just cartoonists. People who do the extraordinary. I don't like realistic paintings. Because, again, it's a really nice skill. But, honestly, I do not want a painting of a bowl of fruit on my wall. Now, a painting of a cartoon bowl of fruit? Honestly, I would like that. I'm gonna do that. Like, get, like, a really ornate picture frame. And it's just, like, a cartoon bowl of fruit. Like, in the style of fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog or some shit. That would be fucking sick. Or, like a life piece or something, but it's just Arthur Morgan. I guess Arthur Morgan would be realistic, but still, it's a video game guy. It's Arthur Morgan. And again, not saying like, oh, you're not a real artist if you draw realism. It's just that I don't like realism art. I prefer art that's, like, taking liberty with things. You know, the creepy, the oogie spooky, the very cartoony, the cutesy. I greatly prefer those over realism. Anyways, I was making that point because, like, you know, if you're painting realistic shit, could just be really good at taking a picture. So. But either way, yeah. You could express all kinds of things you can never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw on the imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision? She smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this takes skill. I hold the lighting portion up, and to defend photography as well. I'm not much of a photographer, but it is a pretty useful skill, because, like, yeah, you could just draw or paint whatever you want, but again, if you paint realism, then a, a photograph would be easier, but also there's some fun in the limitations of what you can do. Like, getting everything set up pretty perfectly and shit, it can be, like, really good. Anyways, I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's just at the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlarger in. I don't know what any of those words mean. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Just realized, are they still fucking with film and negatives? Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again. Going back to her workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! With the negative carrier in place in the machine, a blurry gray blob is projected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the manual under the light to the side of the blob, checking which knob is which, and slowly turn them. As the lens and billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, getting more definition until finally it becomes the spitting image of the school's front entrance. Or, yeah, oh, I can even do this. I take out the negative and place another atop it before slotting the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance, with a half-dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What did you do? I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. So, that could take me a few minutes to do. Tops. It'd look a lot better, too. She's kind of being a bitch. Ah, okay, she's pretending. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Atkin's lectures about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? I don't know, but... What's that smell? Oh, shit. I pull out the negative carrier and wince at how hot it is. Fuck, shit, fuckity, fuck. Livia's quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open the carrier and see that I've managed to melt the two negatives together. Ah, fuck. I was gonna use that. All that work and I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Livia's never gonna let me live this down. The green gator girl actually lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past, you know. She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red lights, trying to see through them. And you've got more shots on this thing. But I like those shots. Then go retake them. It's not that easy. Like, it has to be the exact same time, and weather, and... lighting? The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of the ventilator shuddering to a halt. The blackness is all-encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inko? Her voice helps me confirm that we're still alive in some fashion. But there's a shakiness in her tone which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise, and it's as if we'd been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here. I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her shout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarger base. But, yeah, I guess the school lost power. Feel something cover my hand, and then squeeze. Painfully. Ow, 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 ow. This is sorry. The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases. Hey, stop that. Step what? Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hand. I shrug. Then I want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness isn't getting us anywhere. We should go find... Wham.
Olivia! Inko!
Voice acting! My instincts kick in. I hop back to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them to become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. My life for my alligator. Oh.
Hey! It's me! John Marston! Or whatever my other names are, my aliases. It's me, Mr. Yadikin. Took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is...
I look up to the shining white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh.
Get... Oof. Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Trigham's class is for.
Who's Trigham? Who's Trigham? We're not. Mr. Yadikin holds up a pale hand, his grin widening.
Relax, I'm just joking around.
Who the fuck is Mr. Trigham? Did I forget about a teacher? Did I forget somebody? Who the fuck is Mr. Trigham? Who the fuck is Mr. Trigham? What? Who the fuck is Mr. Trigham? I don't know who the fuck is... Okay, whatever. I'm too bored. He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight.
Power's out for the whole block. And apparently our backup generator's a decade old. Can't even keep the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio.
Olivia follows me out to the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Yadikin's wake. The slow sounds of his gait sets a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Whoa, it's really coming down outside. You think it'll flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have carpet, you know. That feels so wrong. No, I guess not. Okay, I was thinking like shag carpet, but no, then sometimes they have that like weird, like really short carpet. Yadikin starts pulling something out.
Okay, I lost my voice.
Yadikin starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what.
Don't remind me. That junk just sucked away half a year's funding. You ever try teaching people about watercolors without the fucking watercolors? It was goddamn ridiculous.
I remember.
I remember you were the most upset. Alright.
He sets some tiny tea lights down on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Ooh, won't those trigger the fire alarms?
We should be fine. They're too small by themselves.
What are those for?
Been saving them for a rainy day. Gonna be stuck here for a while, so why not make it a camp out?
Camping. I like the sound of that.
Great. We can sit around the campfire and tell scary stories till the taxi arrives. This one time, there was this guy, right? His name was Freddy Fazbear, and this guy, William.
My voice is actually dying. Shit. Alcohol. Yeah. The weather is kind enough to set the mood for him. Wait, taxi?
I made the call as soon as the power went out. They'll send one once the worst of the storm breaks.
After a moment, a wicked grin crosses his face.
If campfire tales aren't good enough for you, there's always your homework. Oh, I'm kidding.
Time and the storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her. But soon enough, Mr. Yadikin starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters.
You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his head right off his head. And let me tell you, I ain't never seen a shovel fly that fast.
That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year.
Ah, forget about it. I got dozens of them in my closet anyway.
You too? The eerie ambiance from the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Both you guys are cartoon characters, I like it. Eventually, we run out of he reminds me of my debate teacher. Eventually, you run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Yadikin slumps downward in his chair.
Ooh, long day today.
He glances out the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rainwater outside.
Normally I'd be home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here?
No. Go ahead.
Thanks.
He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of the chair.
Livia, I've been meaning to say.
Hmm?
You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you're being a bit more friendly recently.
What? You think so?
Been in my class all 4 years. Of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, see this kind of shit all the time. Once someone's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. So, I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia.
Oh, Mr. Yadikin, I don't, I mean...
Don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You managed to form a friendship, which is magical, as you know. And of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Incognito.
Me? No, it's no problem, Mr. Yadikin. The game's cold. I want to hug that gator. It was gonna happen. I want to hug the gator.
Come on. School hours are over. You can go ahead and drop the mister. Just call me Yadikin.
I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, is it? I'm just her friend.
Well, that is great to hear, though. You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep you company can, well, really help.
He can?
More than you can imagine.
Yadikin leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit.
Olivia?
Are you alright? Ow. I'm fine. That just hurts. I was fine before, though. You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Is it really that bad? I was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys.
The print enlargers.
He covers his eyes with one hand.
Of course. Great move. Student's been overworking herself, and I think to give her extra physical work. What am I doing?
It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry.
I had no idea how bad it was.
He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist and inspecting it, being careful not to cause any pain.
You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself.
I know.
I know you were doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad?
It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group assignments on top of my own for the last 3 weeks. Basically all of my free time. It's great practice. At least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it to graduation.
All because of that painting you switched.
He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia.
No. It goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry, hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world. And it went... well, how it did.
Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching her fingers out and in slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another.
You and that painting.
Our teacher palms his face and groans into it.
It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you that a lot.
She locks up, but manages a small nod.
What a horrible chain of events. Now I've had to witness it all these years. Watch as it's taking your friends and your self-worth. A little smile you had when you first came into my class. And now it's ruining your health.
He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again.
I really just, sat there and watched it? I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have.
Yadikin? Are you alright?
I'm super. I'm more than goddamn okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words. Just do it. Please.
I nod. What are you gonna show us? He stops at the door.
Something you should have seen a long time ago.
My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallways as we slowly work our way through the school. Olivia herself has used her arms to tuck her legs up onto her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Yadkin didn't seem to care, each of his steps splashing water around and soaking his slacks. The drains in the floor are working overtime, keeping the water at a minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium, the interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting. While we're not dealing with wet floors now, navigating the holes in the dark is a new difficulty. Olivia brought out her phone, using its flash as a light to shine our way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. It was then that I realized that Yadikin had gone and left us behind. Mr. Yadikin. Her voice bounces down the dark halls of the school. Did you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I can just about make out Olivia's hand pointing thanks to her phone. Towards the school's offices. I keep pushing Olivia through, taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. It's slow going, between the eerie darkness and my slow steps. What should have taken us a minute at most takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Well, we're here. The storm rages against the glass ceiling. What's normally the source of the hall's natural lighting is, well, completely obscured by the typhoon. There's still no sign of Yadikin. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too, in the hopes to improve the situation. I can hear something else aside from us in the rain. Something that's getting closer. Tiny red light in the distance with the sound. The tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with the odd tapping. Until... I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. He wouldn't ever hurt us. Yadikin, what you doing there, buddy? You got an axe there. Something is kicked aside. It's Livy's painting from the art contest a few weeks back. It smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case.
These are the ones, yeah?
What? I'm ignored. Yadikin staring right at Olivia. She's also struck fearful, but she nods. Yadikin takes a deep breath and faces the display. What are you going to do with that? Hey. Yadikin, wait, isn't this, it's a bit extreme, isn't it? My mic was off.
Olivia! It's gone!
God, I fucking love that animation. Oh my fucking god, this game, oh, it can be beautiful sometimes. Oh, can't it? Can't it just be ever so fucking gorgeous?
Both of them! This should have been done long ago!
Yeah. Yadikin, it's crazy.
I know!
What about the other things in that case?
Who fucking cares? Those students graduated ages ago. And you know how many of them still do art? Absolutely fuck all, Inko. If there's collaterals so someone else can, fine by me. I don't give a shit. But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you?
She shakes her head.
Well, that's a shame. Look what I just did. I fucking axe murdered them. They're gone. Axed. Axed, Olivia. I axed them. Murdered. Olivia.
I can make another one.
Yes, that's what I needed to hear. You make me so fucking proud to hear that.
Do you remember in sophomore year when you challenged me to think of something I wanted to do and set a goal to do it?
Well, of course.
I couldn't think of anything back then. But there has been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. And like you said, some company could really help. Olivia grips my hand just a little tighter. Promise not to laugh?
Never.
Would you mind me asking me again, Yadikin?
Sure. I believe it was. If you could leave right now, do anything you wanted, what would you want to do?
Anything at all?
Yep.
I want to go see a fountain. And I want to paint it for you.
Fucking brilliant.
There's a fountain here? Well, there's a park not too far from here. And you can barely see a fountain in the center of it from the window. You can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there.
I think I know of it. The one in Stig Equestrian Park. That's wonderful, Olivia.
Yadikin stumbles a bit, and I rush to give him a shoulder. Some shards of glass crunching under my feet.
Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything.
Won't you get in trouble for this?
I'm always in trouble for something. And ordinarily I'd just take the hit. Especially for something like this. You know, destruction of property, etc. But that Mia son of a fuck! That Mia bitch can take it all, can take the fall. Fucking hell with her.
Olivia manages another small smile.
I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me now.
I will.
And you better help.
Of course I will. I'm like the guy. I am the protagonist. Yadikin motions for us to wait by the school entrance. For a while, we sit there. Do you have something, Yadikin?
Huh?
Do you have something you want to do?
I'm already doing it.
No, really.
Really? Teaching high school is a great job that nobody ever fucking regrets. You should pose that question to Inko here. All this goddamn character development, he's barely said a goddamn word. I once knew a character who developed so much that he died of tuberculosis, Olivia. God, his voice is killing me.
All right, Inko. What about you? What do I want to do? Huh. If I could pick anything, I guess I want to find true love.
A more ambitious dream? I can get behind it.
It's a bit unimaginative. Oh, fuck you. I was gonna flirt. You know what? No, fuck you. Fuck you. I want to make plenty of friends. Oh, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. I want to go to college. Fuck you. All of you. You should probably start looking more into the how and not the what. The fucking. Oh god, I'm genuinely gonna die. The thing, I forgot the word for it. There are no real choices here. All outcomes lead to me being berated. Like you would know. I could totally do it. I think the last thing I did was go to college. Sure thing, Mr. Successful. Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You looked me up? Yeah, I got bored. That's how I feel whenever people I know like find my fucking YouTube and I'm like, no, you get the fuck away. All it is a bunch of videos about me wanting to fucking hug a gator. You could have at least followed me if you're gonna cyberstalk me, which is also what I then proceed to tell people. Hi, anyone I've forced to follow me. Hi. I hope you like the videos. I hope like you like you draw ship art of me. I hope maybe I get in with like another like furry YouTuber crowd, and then there's ship art of us that makes us very wildly uncomfortable. And then whenever we bring it up, the fandom just does it more and more anyways. And then we make an SMP. I'll follow you when you make good content. Also, your interpretation of Godzilla you copied from a video essay sucks, and you should feel bad. I copy Anakin's motion with the axe and karate chop Olivia's leg. I didn't feel that, jackass.
Well, I guess some banter is a form of motivation as well. Sounds like you got quite the promise to uphold now, Inko.
Boo. Even with the disses being thrown around, what stood out most was the wild grin on Olivia's face. Between the statico of rain and the uproarious laughter, time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles of my face ache, brought on by the bouts of laughter and grinning, which made the taxi's arrival so disappointing. As we were escorted out of the parking lot, our mirth was replaced with something more calm, comfortable, an easy quiet that let my thoughts wander back to the things we said to each other, back to what our tarot teacher had said. Navigating the world alone. For all the time I spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she'd harbor something like loneliness. I mean, Damien alone is like a wild crowd of composed of a single madman. And Liz, well, she's practically the group's nanny or some shit. And the driver of the yellow van leans into his horn. I can feel a baleful leer on me, even through the haze of fog and raindrops. Olivia draws her hood up, and I hold my jacket above my head. With a final look to Mr. Yadikin, we thank him.
No need for thanks. Seeing my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs.
With a wave, he sends us off into the rain, to the irate taximan's van that yells at us about his burning gas. Olivia works to get herself situated in the cab. I turn back. Mr. Yadikin is sagging, meandering back into the building. Oi, hurry up. Right. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's going to be it for this episode. Like, subscribe, hug gators, etc. And I'm also working on recording multiple videos, and this time I'm watching my videos, making sure they turned out okay, in case I have to restart them instead of restarting the entire goddamn thing. I'm calm. I love all of you. This much. You can't see me because I stopped doing the webcam. Alright, bye.